So I'm back. I want to talk about a couple things today, actually. Originally, I was just going to talk a little bit about suicide because it has dogged me all my life. I was bullied a lot in high school, and well, it was more elementary school than high school. It didn't get scary until high school. But I guess what I wanted to say is, well, the main message of this video is it's not the answer. Um, I lost my cousin right before I started high school. 6 months after I had tried to kill myself, and in a way, she saved my life because I found out what it was like to be left behind. Um, and at the same time, it hurt so much that I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to cope with it. Um, I'd say out of everything, music and my sister saved my life when I was in high school. When I was 15, which was about a year after my cousin passed, and not too long after something very scary happened to me. I I was in such a bad place at the time. I felt very isolated. I was still being bullied. I had people throwing shoes at my head and stuff in school, and that wasn't even the worst of it. The worst of it was the name calling. Um, I remember in elementary school people putting paint in my hair and calling me dirty and making up mean nicknames, and you know, that really sticks with you. And then most recently, I lost my uncle 3 months ago. We are still not too sure what happened. Um, we know that he was hung. Um, we just are waiting on the autopsy report to find out if he did it to himself or if somebody did it to him, because he had a rough life. He ran with a rough crowd for a little while, and even though he seemed to be on, it looked like he wasn't in contact with those people anymore, but his childhood, I think, came back to haunt him. And it still hurts so much. It still feels like my heart was ripped out of my chest. And I want everyone to know that no matter how bad it seems, that's not the way out, because it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. It's something I hear people say all the time. And if you're feeling that way, you need to tell somebody. You need to talk to somebody. Um, just a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks to a month ago, after my breakup, and I didn't even realize it till I saw a counselor that I was being emotionally abused. I was in such a bad place that, I thought to myself, what's the point of living? You know, this would all be better if I just wasn't around. Those were the thoughts going through my head. And when those thoughts go through your head, you need to do what I did. I called somebody. I called my dad and I said, "Dad, you need to come get me because I'm not doing well. My mind is going to these dark places." And when your mind goes there, you need to ask for help. Because if you take your own life, you're going to hurt everyone in your family, even if it doesn't feel like it. There are people you may not even think it's going to affect, but it's going to affect you greatly. It's going to affect them greatly. When my cousin passed away, we weren't close. We didn't talk all the time. She lived, halfway across the country. But it still had a huge effect on me because no matter family love each other, and we don't want to lose each other. And I still look back now with my uncle on those last little conversations we had on Facebook. And it's so hard knowing that I'm not going to be able to see them again. It's so hard knowing that, this summer I was going to go to Kitchener, Waterloo area. It's, they're kind of connected, to visit. And he died before I had a chance. Like, I was hoping to kind of be a little surprised, like, give them a few days notice in advance and then go see some family. But I guess that wouldn't have happened anyways because the whole mess with my ex means I don't have any money to go anywhere. As a matter of fact, my move to Newfoundland, my dad has to pay for, and that's not something I am happy about. But I mean, there's not much I can do about it. So I guess all I'm saying is, if you have those thoughts or you have those feelings, you need to tell somebody, because to just take your life is going to hurt so many people. And like, who knows what happens after you're gone. I mean, I believe in God and I believe in heaven, but I mean, at the same time that you believe in something, you may know something in your heart, but you don't know for sure until it happens. And I know some people say it's a selfish act. I don't think it's selfish. I think it's not knowing how to cope. But when you don't know how to cope, you need to reach out. That's the best advice I can give you, is reach out. Because you don't want to hurt your family that way. You don't want to feel that. You don't want them to feel that kind of loss. And, there are people you will affect that you may not even know you're going to affect. Ask for help. And there is nothing wrong and nothing to be ashamed of with needing to ask for help. It's honestly one of the bravest things that you can do. So never be ashamed to ask for help. I asked for help with those dark thoughts that I was having, that, I've had problems with since I was a little girl, and I finally asked for help, and honestly, I'm doing a lot better just for admitting that I needed that help. So if you're having those thoughts, or you feel that you need some kind of escape, just find somebody that you can trust and ask for help, because there is nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with needing help. Everyone needs help every now and again. And I guess that's all my video is for today, other than that I got a haircut. I didn't get a whole lot cut off. I just got an inch and a half to get rid of some split ends and some side bangs, and I painted my nails like Pokeballs because I am proud to be a nerd. So yeah, that's my video for now, for today. I just want you to know that it does get better. Depression is something that you may struggle with for a long time, but you don't have to go through it alone. There's always help out there. You just have to know where to look. And know that there is somebody out there that loves you. Everyone has somebody who loves them. Even if you don't know it, somebody out there loves you.